Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the 28th review of group number 12, Dry Snuff Nasal Playlist. All groupings are on the same playlist. That playlist and another review from it will pop up on screen in the last 20 seconds of this video. For small one-time donations that go towards the core content of this channel, there is a PayPal link in the description. So for this one, we are going back to Pfizerland Snuff. This is the last Pfizerland product in this grouping. We've already done the last Bernard. From here on out, it will be strictly Rosinski. But we will be taking a look at this. Duwak, Dulcis, I believe. But I'm not overly hopeful. Anyway, we're going to take it over the desk, take a closer look at the packaging, which is going to be real quick, and the product inside. Back in a moment. Okay, and here we are. You are looking at a sticker on a metal screw-off lid. It is threaded on a metal can. You got this for grip up top. You can see the threading. It's sort of deceptive because it doesn't look like much, but it actually you have to twist these things a couple rotations to get them off. All right, and then on the back, you have manufacturer's information up top. The fact that it is a 10-gram tin. If that is a date code, that is acceptable for a product of this nature. Barcode. Back, German warning label, name of the product, etc., and so forth. So I'm going to settle this now that I've flipped it around. And we are going to get it off. Oh, that was deceptive. It started turn easy and then it stopped. Oh, man. All right. So that right there is 100% handmade. Pfizerland was a one-man... There we go. Oh, good grief. All right. Pfizerland was a one-man operation. See how much I'm turning this? And there we go. And there is no liner in the lid, which is why these are tough to get off. And that is what you're looking at. And that, in person, is a slightly darker color, but it's a good representation of the color in general. Moisture level looks good. Getting the product out here. This will be German palinate tobacco. Wow, this stuff's really fine. Let me bring it in a little bit closer. Sorry. There's something laid in on top of the base flour, tobacco flour, but it's finer than some of the other recent Pfizerland reviews. So there is a coarser cut on top of it, but it's not as coarse as some of the other recent products from this company. And that's what you're looking at there. Let's take it up top. I don't know what I'm getting into here. I could make guesses due to running themes within this country. Oh my goodness. Company, but I am really not sure. So let's take it back up top, and I will let you know what I think. Okay. So when I say running themes with the flavor or scenting of this company, company. Wow, I'm really having a hard time with that tonight. I'm speaking to their love, or the gentleman's love of incorporating mead into everything. So, not all of them, but most of them. Okay, I think that's almond. I think. I'm not overly familiar with almond as a scent, so but I think that's almond, and it very well be mead. So we got maybe a possible almond mead going on here. Fingers are clean, so I'm just going to use them. We'll pinch a little bit. When I pinch a little bit out of there, that's what. Whoa, no. Without dropping, which landed right back in the can. So you can thank me later, Floor. A very small amount, especially if it's something that you're not familiar with. So what basically I'm doing there is I'm pinching a small amount, and then while inhaling, exposing it by rolling my finger back. All right. It's got a little bit of a burn. It's got noticeable nicotine, which this company, with a couple exceptions, has been on the medium-low side when it came to nicotine. This one seems to be a little bit stronger, not quite as strong as the last one I did. It's almond. You know what? I don't really know how I know that, because almonds is a thing. Number one, they don't agree with me, so I rarely eat them, or a lot of them. They're incorporated into baked goods, but they're usually some sort of sticky bun type aspect thing, which, you can't really get a smell off them because they've been coated. And almonds themselves, I've never even thought to smell a bag of them or a can. Do they have a smell? I guess they do. But this is striking me as almond, and I am not even sure about the meat. So there is a thing that is popular in parts of Europe, and I don't want to call it almond liquor, but it's probably an almond liqueur. You want a liqueur cocktail drink. This may be that. Is it bad? No, actually, it's sort of pleasant. Is it something that I would go searching out? No. But, I mean, as I said, I sort of have a checkered history with almonds, so really anything almond isn't attracting me. Like, ooh, almonds. Nicotine is noticed. I'm going to do a little more, says the guy that doesn't like almonds. It's definitely almond. It may be that almond liqueur that is somewhat coming through like the mead, but it's not mead, I know at this point. It's not mentholated at all, but it's pretty easy to take due to its fineness coupled with the moisture level. Not so much of a burn the second time. Stuff when I realize stuff is really strong when the second and third time I'm still getting a burn on the intake. It's interesting. It's better than some others of theirs that I've had. To me personally, the scent aspect, it's more agreeable to me. The nicotine, I'm not saying this is a high nicotine product by any means. I don't think anybody's putting it across as that. But in retrospect to this company's product line, it is on the higher end. So it may be medium high, something along those lines. Pleasant, slight burn, nothing uncomfortable, just lets you know it's there. No real irritation. All in all, a pretty darn good showing. I have not heard anything about this company's products being picked up by anyone else as of yet. I am hopeful that they will. My all-time favorite snuff is actually by this company. I'm sort of cool, lukewarm to the rest of the line, but my absolute all-time favorite is their Rheintroll, and I was really hopeful that somebody would pick this up. Out of the three companies on this, the only one that has been picked up, that we know of for a fact thus far, is McChrystal's has picked up Bernard. But how much of Bernard they've picked up, that's still anyone's guess as well. Anyway, this has been my review of Duwak Dulcis, which is probably a completely different pronunciation than I said at the beginning of the video, but I can't even remember, so it doesn't even matter. Anyway, I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy. I do thank you all for watching. As always, do take care of yourselves, and God bless.